We're still on record, yeah.
Oh, well,
You want to go off record? We can go off record.
well, do it.
I'm going to make some comments and you guys tell me if you agree. At most, we're going to have one more witness. Then the attorneys and I are going to take probably 15 minutes to finalize final instructions. You'll hear the closings. I'll give final instructions and we're going to deliberate. So with that rough timeline in mind, use your time back there collectively to talk about whether or not you just want to keep rolling and work through lunch and hopefully get done early afternoon, or if you want to stop for lunch and come back and continue. If you tell me you want to keep going and things go a lot longer than I anticipate they're going to go, you can at any point say, you know what, we got to have a break. We want to have lunch now. Understand the discussion parameters? Okay. Agreed with what I said, fellas? Okay. All right. So let's take you back for a break. Mr. Duncan, you can have a minute with Mr. Block. Everybody else can stretch your legs.
Tony, as you see here today and the fact that this, Mr. Block having a line system that. Not that I could detect. Yeah, have you seen any lab report come back? Or no, sir. Okay. I noticed you keep saying it was parked in the middle of the road. So I'm looking at that video and I looked at it, and the video stopped, but the video keeps going for one, correct? There's quite a bit more action. And cars are going by and passing that car. Did you move the car? No. Oh, the car is not in the middle of the road, is it?
It's in the middle of the lane, the middle of that lane, that southbound lane.
It's parked
Middle of the road, I mean,
Is it parked on the right side of the road?
in the right lane, in the center of the right lane of traffic. I mean, it's obvious, right?
Is it
No lines there because it's a gravel road. It's hard to determine.
Are lanes marked on that road?
No,
Okay. So is it fair to say the car is parked on the right side of the road?
right travel,
Pardon me?
right travel lane of the roadway. Yes.
The cars are going past, it's not presenting any danger to cars going by, right? Car, the time you were there were numerous cars in the back, right?
Absolutely.
And when you approached them, you said it was passed out.
Yeah.
Oh, is there a difference between passed out and sleeping in your mind? No. Okay. So you agree?
Absolutely.
And would you agree he was in a pretty sound sleep?
Yes.
Okay. So when you woke up, you kind of figured, I mean, judging from what I saw, you kind of figured right off the bat that he's under. Is that fair?
Something's up, I'll give you that. Something's wrong with him. Why would you go to sleep in your car with the door open in the roadway?
Well,
Not a normal thing that happens.
who opened it?
It was open.
I don't know, I'm asking you if you know from your investigation.
No clue.
So
What you see is what
did somebody check on it?
I don't,
Well, I thought you said there was a cost and they went back.
there was a call, but I don't know if they checked on him. I don't know if they got out. I don't know what they did.
So would you agree there's a possibility somebody checked on it and opened the door?
Possible.
Right. And are you certified to give those directives?
From my academy that I took, yes, in '92.
Okay, so you got certified in 1992.
Yes.
Were you certified to do any sobriety tests when they had to do with drugs detection?
No.
Okay. Are you certified?
Not specifically.
Are you certified today for that? No. Okay. So are you, what's a drug recognition evaluator for?
It's, I don't know.
Have you ever heard that term?
Yes.
And you don't know what it means?
It's a drug recognition officer or something. So what, Ray, or they call him a Ray?
And what's the job of a drug recognition officer?
I guess to detect drugs.
Okay. And on this occasion, there was no drug recognition officer there, correct?
No.
And Phil's sobriety tests, since you went to the academy way back, and when I say way back, I'm not being derogatory because I just went back to
Absolutely. Understood.
You were taught to do Phil's sobriety tests as a result of alcohol,
Yes, sir.
not drugs. Have you ever taken any classes?
They say that they're acceptable for both. I don't know technically.
And who's they?
Yeah.
Who's they?
When we learned the testing, it was used for a lot of different things. So
So when you, basically, the way I see the case or your decision, it's based on the car being parked. Oh, was the car running?
No, car was off, he was in the,
Car wasn't running.
was not running.
And then the back up a minute. So what did you observe? Or is it your testimony that he failed to drive or he was substantially impaired, his driving was substantially impaired to be parked and went to sleep?
I don't understand what you're asking.
What you arrested him for operating while intoxicated by marijuana? Right?
Yeah.
Okay. So how was it driving intoxicated? I mean, what kind of driving did we have that was substantially affected?
He couldn't pass any field sobriety. Those field sobriety tests are very standard. If you're not under the influence of something, you should be able to pass those relatively easy. They're not hard.
Well,
Obviously, there was something going on. He couldn't answer questions. He didn't know where he was. Something was going on with him.
well, let's talk about the field sobriety.
He couldn't pass the field sobriety.
There's three of them, right? And you do,
There's six.
what's, okay, we had what, something about the field sobriety. So, because I,
First one's ABCs.
okay, let's talk about that.
Yep.
So when you come up to somebody and tell them to do the ABC, do you ask them, do you know your ABCs?
I believe that I asked him if he had graded school, so you should know ABCs, correct?
I don't know. Do you ever ask them?
I even do it for them and explain it to them as I go, so.
I didn't see you do the ABCs for them, but maybe you did. I could have missed
I
it.
started the ABCs
But
for
my question is, do you ever ask ahead of time to whether somebody knows the ABC? Some people don't. Is it fair to say, I'm sure you come across it, but some people don't know the ABC.
I would have to look. I believe in there that I asked him if he knows the ABCs.
Yeah.
We might have to look back, but I believe I
I
asked
think
him.
you asked them if you graduated.
Yes, I did.
And when you had them do the hill to toe test,
Yes.
and one of the things I think back from your certification days, I know it's a long time ago, but the terrain's supposed to be level, correct?
Yeah.
Correct?
So it's as level as you can get, yes.
Oh, well, but if it's not level, you want to give the test, would you?
If it was where he couldn't make the test, no.
It's just when I
But you
was,
see me perform the test, what?
when I was looking at the video, he's on a dirt road, which appeared to be major potholes in that road. That's what I saw. Is that accurate?
No, it's not accurate.
And so I didn't see that when I looked at that video.
Pretty smooth in the area where I had him do it. You've seen me do it prior to him doing it.
And does somebody's body shape affect his ability to balance? When you took your classes, does that have an effect on that?
Absolutely.
When you're overweight,
Yeah.
can't carry your weight properly, does that affect that test?
It can,
Yes, okay. And, but you don't think that affected my client?
no, it don't.
And that's based on your certification back in the 90s?
It's based on my experience, yes.
And what's the two others back? Okay.
I would have to look, I believe,
So you got counting.
I believe dexterity, which is the 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 3, 2, 1. He goes 1, 2, never touches his index or his pinky, and then goes right back and still doesn't do it, touching to the middle.
Because we saw the test and you said good job, but but do you mean that?
Trying to get him to continue my testing, so.
Okay. But I didn't see, you couldn't see that in the testing, that he didn't do that, but you're saying he didn't do that.
3, 4, 4, 3, 2, 1, he's good.
So I'm gonna get back now. How was his driving substantially affected by the use of marijuana in your opinion? That led to your advice.
Well, if he has anything in his system, he shouldn't be operating one vehicle by law. I don't know what his specific abilities.
So you don't know what his ability, how ability to perfect that case to do. Nothing first?
Any follow?
Yes. Tony, with regard to, the alcohol portion of this, when you were encountering the defendant, you didn't know what you were dealing with out there.
No, no, I,
You had no idea. You just made observation. What you saw, you appeared to be confused, you appeared to be passed out, you appeared to be under the influence of something, but you didn't know what. Is that safe to say?
correct.
Okay. Turned out that it wasn't alcohol, but you didn't know that.
No, I didn't.
Okay. with regard to the operation, were the keys in the ignition at the time you rolled up on the car?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and, I heard there was, what was going through your mind in terms of, was there a circumstantial situation where the car got there, that he was the one that had driven it?
He was in the driver's seat. He was the only person in the vehicle. My first thought was just getting the medical, the very medical issue that was going on. It really wasn't for an investigation for alcohol until after I woke him up. My first thought was, okay, is he alive? I don't know. You see what I see. I pull up on a car with the door open and a guy in the seat. I don't know. The investigation just goes from there, and then it ended up where it did.
It's safe to say that the car didn't get there miraculously somehow. It got driven to the point where it got driven to.
Absolutely.
Okay, and that when you're factoring in terms of the circumstantial nature of the driving?
Yes.
Okay. With regard to the field sobriety test, Mr. Gilbert, cross-examined, it's safe to say, I would say, in my situation too, things changed a lot in the last 35 years, right? From when you went to the academy and got certified to administer field sobriety test, correct?
Yes, they have.
Okay, and did you have a drug recognition officer at the time you started working as a police officer?
No, sir.
No. Is that something relatively new, a drug recognition officer?
Yes.
Are you required to be a drug recognition officer?
Not that I've been advised.
No. Did anybody say, Officer Tony, you need to get certified as a drug recognition officer in order to do your job?
No, sir.
Okay. So the observations and what you did in your investigation, it was based on your 35 years of police experience, correct?
Yes.
Okay. And I heard criticism of the walking heel to toe test, that it wasn't done on level ground because apparently Mr. Duncan said he saw potholes in the road. Did you see any potholes out there?
There were potholes in the road, but not where I gave the test that was,
You made sure.
pretty flat, and you see me, I walked out specifically showing that I could walk it.
Mm-hmm.
So,
And this was done in broad daylight. This wasn't done after midnight or any dark or anything like that.
no, sir.
So we made sure.
Like you've seen on the video.
Okay. I think that's what I
Did a couple of one time. Bob, tell me, does Suffolk Township have a drug recognition evaluator officer?
We currently do now. We did not at the time of it.
So if this were to happen today, since it's DP handle, or we call it drug recognition?
I would call them out.
And why is it?
Because that's what our policy now says that I have to do.
Is that because he's qualified?
No clue.
I
I would have to assume they don't want me doing it.
and that's because you're not qualified.
Yes, sir.
Nothing.
I guess he was qualified at the time. I mean, you can't understand from something, and they have one now, 2 years later.
Are you objecting to something? Or are you testifying about something?
That question, last question, restricted to say that Officer Tony isn't qualified to make that assessment. He was qualified in 2024.
You've already established that. You asked him, did anybody tell him he had to be qualified to do his job? And he said no. But things change now. All right. Can you step down? Watch your step. Anything else from the people?
Thank you, Judge. I would like to take a minute.
Sure. You guys ready for a little break? Just a short break? Okay. So
Judge, can you go out?
oh yeah, I'm sorry. I said you could stretch. Yeah.
Put a motion for directed, because the reason I'm doing it, and I don't do this ever, but Officer Tony, I asked him a point-blank question, what's your testimony as to how I was driving? And his answer was he can't give because he can't tell how I was driving. That's what he said. So I have an officer who makes an arrest for operating while intoxicated, but I asked him, how was the driving affected? And he said, I can't tell you how. That was his answer.
Go ahead, Mr. Earl.
I think he responded on redirect that as part of his investigation, he reached the conclusion that Mr. Block had operated the car to get it there. That was circumstantial, but he did operate the vehicle in his mind because he said he was the only one behind the wheel. Keys for the ignition. So on the basis of his investigation, he made that leap. But circumstantial evidence is good evidence. There's a jury instruction to that effect. The jury can consider it, how they consider it.
That's two different questions, though. That goes to the element that has to be proven that he was operating. Mr. Duncan's argument goes to the element that says he has to have been operating with substantial impairment or influence. If I understand your argument.
And I do agree that circumstantial evidence would put him operating, plus he was in the car, so he's in control of the vehicle. So I'm not arguing that, but the problem is what the officer testified to. He said point blank, he can't tell me how I was driving. You can't have an, it's hard to have an operating while intoxicated when the arresting officer's testimony is, I can't tell you how was operation was affected.
Different question.
Circumstantially, the officer's opinion, he drove the car to get it there, and then based upon the officer's contact and observation, he felt that he was under the influence or impaired.
But that's not one of the elements. One of the elements is that the driving was affected because of the consumption. That's a direct, I can read you the elements from the jury instruction. His argument is there's no evidence on the record of that particular element. You can't have a banana cream pie with no bananas. I'm trying to clarify your argument, but I think that's what you're saying.
The problem here is the officer on his own court is testifying. I don't know how it's driving. I can't tell you. And the officer can't tell how the jury made the determination.
Circumstantially.
What's the circumstantial evidence about his bad driving?
The fact that the car is out in the middle of the road and the officer's...
Well, with all due respect to Officer Tony, it was not in the middle of the road. It was about as far to the right as it could be without getting in vegetation.
But it's in a lane of travel.
But it wasn't in a lane of travel. I saw the same video you did. It was as far to the side of the road as it could get. And even if I give you it was stopped in the middle of the lane, you're saying that's circumstantial evidence of bad driving? Or a medical event that caused him to pass out in the middle of the driving?
Yes.
Or 100 other reasons he could have stopped where he stopped at the time he stopped. I've never granted a directed verdict for a jury trial, I don't think. But I'm considering it this time because I don't hear any evidence that says his driving was bad.
It's your decision, Judge.
I'm giving you a chance to argue it.
Argue what I can argue. You presented the testimony that I have. I can't just manufacture.
No, I don't want you to do that.
It is what it is.
I agree. It is what it is.
It's a sweetener from the get-go.
I'm going to grant it. Need to take it away from the jury. All right.
Well,
Go ahead, make a record.
no, are we on the
We're
list?
still on record, yeah.
No, well,
You want to go off record? We can go off record.
well, the
No proof of bad driving. No proof of impairment behind the wheel. Just a man asleep in a parked car, and a case that falls apart the moment someone asks for actual evidence. The judge agrees, and does something rarely seen in a jury trial.